I know we are on the right side of history. 香港人加油. As we enter 2021, I'm wrapping up my thoughts and finalizing the first opinion piece for the new year. A sense of inner peace is a luxury. The night is dark, and I'm in no celebration mode. The international city once called Hong Kong is crumbling fast. Beijing has now made no pretense in suppressing all pro-democracy voices in Hong Kong until all is silenced. Perhaps. How could a government not respond to the demands of millions of people living in Hong Kong for democracy, rule of law, and separation of powers when they came out and protested for better governance of the city? One person, one vote without pre-screening has become a far-fetched dream. 7 months ago, Chief Executive of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, asked Hong Kong people to embrace the controversial national security law and took it by faith when not even the Hong Kong officials knew the full details of it. Now, Hong Kong has turned into a police state, just like the rest of China. And so far, around 40 people have been arrested by the Department of Four Safeguarding National Security of the Hong Kong Police Force, and around 30 overseas wanted on suspicion of breaking the NSL. That makes you wonder, is it indeed the end of the Hong Kong we know? As a finance person, I see the real danger of operating businesses as usual. When the NSL imposed on Hong Kong since half a year ago becomes a convenient tool, an excuse for the government to crack down on opposing views. Those executors who enforce the NSL in the name of national security are highly questionable. It has nothing to do with safeguarding national security and falls into the highly controversial area of abusing the system. The outlook of Hong Kong in 2021 is gloomy. Mass surveillance, restriction of travel, and freezing of bank accounts without a solid reason will become more common in Hong Kong. In the world of finance, firms welcome 360 degrees common communication. Views are taken from all levels, and it indeed doesn't need to be from top down. In terms of evaluating common objectives, even CEOs have to take in opinions of the most junior, or the other way round. To tackle deficiencies, town hall meetings, interactive dialogues within an organization are common. But Hong Kong doesn't run like a top-tier investment bank. Hong Kong is now moving along the pathway of rule by tyranny, and we need the moral authority to slow down the decay through strategic and peaceful means. As one of the Chinese diplomats with wolf warrior mentality put it bluntly in public years ago, that the Sino-British Joint Declaration, which was signed in 1984 regarding the fate of Hong Kong, was just a historical document. How can local or international investors who toy with the idea of setting up regional headquarters in Hong Kong would feel that they have enough protection under the law? What are they supposed to do when government agents behave badly? Would a business person voicing an alternative opinion in Hong Kong be regarded as subverting state power or inciting subversion of state power? Media tycoon Jimmy Lai is a victim being charged with breaching the NSL, while all he has done was exercising his right to free speech and expression. On a lighter note, the term add oil, 加油, literally translated from the Cantonese phrase 加油, was added to the Oxford Dictionary in 2018. Add oil, 加油, are words used to express encouragement and support. During the Territories' 2019 pro-democracy movement, Hong Kongers 加油 or Hong Kong 加油 had some special meaning. We need to fight on to preserve our core values: freedom of speech, independent judiciary, freedom of religion, rule of law, rights to assembly, etc. That said, the year of 2020 has put Hong Kong in a tougher situation. COVID 19 has been affecting everyone globally, and our fundamental freedoms, including the freedom of living as normal human beings, have been threatened. The freedom loving people of Hong Kong took the streets to voice their protests over the last 18 months and were subsequently silenced by arrests and other forms of intimidation. Beijing and the puppet Hong Kong government has never won over the loyalty of Hong Kong people. And put it in the words of the Hong Kong government technocrats, they keep on ignoring the deep-seated fundamental issues of Hong Kong, which boils down to rights and freedoms. They still don't get it. And worse, under Beijing's new directives, the new normal for Hong Kong is ruled by fear and suppression. The injustice, abuse of power, and the ridiculous alleged charges of breaching the NSL have turned Hong Kong into a second-class city in no time. Moving forward, I have serious concern that Beijing will dictate the outcome of any trial for violation of national security in Hong Kong until she is satisfied with any verdict. It is difficult to go into the new year with a ray of hope when the totalitarian regime hurts so many people and Hong Kong people are in exile mode. I believe the government might target more people, the B and C lists, so to speak, until the pro-democracy ideology in Hong Kong is fully dissolved. Interrogation, arbitrary detention, and even imprisonment are the new normal, a form of political massacre of our freedoms. That said, I believe Hong Kong people will not give up easily. We will be persistent and continue to speak up against injustice. I know we are on the right side of history. Hong Kongers, 加油, wherever you are.